Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Teal Garcia, and on this channel we do everything related to photography. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please subscribe and join me for more videos. Okay, so today's topic is going to be presets. People are always asking what presets to buy, like I bought these and I don't like them, or what should I buy for if I want like a lighter airy photo, what preset should I buy? So I figured I would just kind of explain a little bit about presets and give you some things to look for when you are shopping for presets, because it really doesn't sound like people understand what a preset is and how to use it and where to buy them. Buy legit ones anyway. So the first thing that I want to say is that presets do not fix photos. You still have to start with a photo that is a good photo. You still have to get a sharp photo. You still have to have good composition in your photo. You still have to have good lighting in your photo. It still has to be a good photo. If you look at it and it's not a good photo and you're like, what can I do to fix this? Slapping a preset on it is not the answer. Start with a good photo. If you have a bad photo, if you have a weird blurry situation that can't be turned into something artistic, because let me tell you, that's the thing also, if you love a photo and it's blurry, figure out a way to make it more on the artistic side. That's totally doable. I've done it before. Actually, some of my favorite pictures are out of focus, so that's not the issue here. However, you cannot fix a photo. If focus didn't land on somebody's face, but you like the photo, sorry, like, it's not a good photo. A preset is not going to fix it. Start with a good photo and you're already like better off than you would be starting with like a crappy photo. The next thing we have to talk about is what exactly a preset is. Presets are not these magical little stickers or filters that you put on to photos. Slapping a preset on a photo doesn't automatically make it amazing, which even though some of the sales tactics for a lot of presets, that's it. It's like, oh, one click. Well, yeah, one click. You made it for your photo. Of course it's one click. Anyways, you cannot just slap it on like a filter. It's not an Instagram filter. It's not, that's not how they work. So when you go, let's say you have no presets, you're just messing around in Lightroom and you start tweaking things. So you tweak your exposure, you tweak your sharpness, you tweak your colors, you get into like hue and saturation, you mess with all those things and you get your photo looking how you want. If you save that profile, let's say you screenshot that profile and you save it because you love the way that photo turned out and you want to use that same thing on all your other photos, that's a preset. What that means is if you save that profile and you want to use it on other photos, the chances of that preset working on every photo because you like the way it worked on that one photo is not likely. So you will have to make tweaks to your little settings. So what the preset does, you hit preset and it changes the settings in your Lightroom. So you can still go in and tweak it. It's not like a filter or anything where maybe you could like turn it up or turn it down. Like you can go in and change everything. So I do feel like a lot of people say like, oh, these presets don't work for me. That's part of the reason, is because nothing is going to be one click. The person who made that made it for maybe their style of photo or a certain style of photo, which we're going to get into something about that in a minute. But it's not going to work on every photo. If you're looking at a photo that they're selling these presets to you with and everything's like super rich and golden, it could be the time of day they took that photo that makes it work. So if you take a picture inside your house and you slap that preset on it and things are just kind of weird and orange and they don't look right, it's because of they took a photo that matched the preset to sell it to you. Okay, so now that you understand how presets work, how to go about buying them or what to choose and what to look for would be the next thing you need to tackle. You're going to see a lot of advertisements for presets, and they actually kind of get on my nerves. I get advertisements like every other photo in Instagram is like an advertisement for a preset. Something, you know, in their algorithm knows that I'm a photographer and I'm interested in that stuff, or, you know, there's somebody listening all the time to everything you do. However it is that they find out that that's what I'm interested in, they show me so many presets. And here's what you need to look at when you look at these presets. So yes, you're going to get 150 presets, all these different packs for $10. That's your first clue, that these are just kind of like churned out. These aren't made for good photographs. These are made for very specific types of photographs. So what they do, they put them in a grid and they show you, like, it's kind of, they're made for Instagram is what they're made for. A lot of them will be just mobile presets, but this is the key. They put them so they'll be like a package called Tropical, and then they'll show you a grid of all these beautiful photos that were done with Tropical. So first of all, if you notice when you look through presets, it's all the same photos. Every company uses the same photos. These are stock photos. These are not even photos that they took. They found a good stock photo with a lot of green in it because this certain preset tweaks greens because it's tropical, greens and blues maybe, and that's how they do it. So if you put that preset on like a photo you took in a field, it's not going to look the same. So these presets, that's where they get you. Even though they're cheap, they know you're gonna buy more than one. They know kind of that they're not gonna work for you. It just, unless every single photo you take is in a jungle or in a tropical place, those aren't gonna work for you. The other popular ones are like the creams and whites. So you'll see this like, oh, this light and airy cream and white preset makes everything in this like grid, Instagram grid situation with the pictures look amazing. Well, if you take a picture that will match that preset, it's gonna look great. But you can't just slap that preset on everything and it's going to make it look great. Are we understanding what I'm saying? Personally, I would just stay away from anything that's so directly aimed at one type of photo. I bought some a little while ago. I'm actually like quite obsessed with buying presets, and it's more because I'm curious than anything. Like, I don't even ever use them. I have a million presets. I've spent so much money on presets, but I use like 1 or 2 sets of presets. I actually started making my own because of the same kind of thing. Like, I know what I shoot and I know the same kind of things I do to each photo, so I just kind of started making my own. They're for me because they shoot for me. I don't know if somebody else would have the same success with that preset as I do because it's for me. It's for me how I shoot, how my lighting is, and whatever. So I do recommend staying away from the Etsy presets and these companies that make, there's like, I don't know, there's a couple things like 123 presets, jungle presets, oh, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them, hashtag presets. I've bought all of these presets and none of them work for, unless it's for exactly what they're saying it's for. So like, oh, jungle works, oh, street works, oh, you know, cream and white works. Like, it works for those kinds of photos. And then your, you know, Instagram feed that they're kind of showing you like, oh, your stuff can look like this. It's not gonna look like that because you have to use a different preset for every photo. I would just recommend staying away from them. They are kind of just like churned out, like I said. I would recommend, so now the presets I would recommend. Obviously I have my favorites, which I will list all of my favorites. I'm not going to go over them, but I will list some of my favorites in the description. What you need to look for with presets are actual photographers that release their presets. And the reason I say this, again, they are created for them most likely, and then people ask about them, so then they sell them. That's usually how that goes. They're created by a creator. They are created by somebody who photographs something and use them on their photos and then sells them because people ask. They are actually being used for real photographs. Like I said, those companies seem to use, like, of course the photo looks great, it's a stock photo that they bought. So, and then photographers kind of know, you know what to change in a photo. It's not something that was just put together real quick, let's change all these colors and go. There's a lot more depth to them. They are kind of, at that point, you're taking this artist's look and feel from their photographs. Like, let's say you realize you're like, I shoot like that person. Like, a lot of my photographs look like theirs and I love their color toning. I don't know, maybe see if they have presets. Maybe you can kind of speed up your workflow because you realize like, hey, these presets are kind of what I, you know, kind of the look I'm going for. But you just have to be careful. Like, I would recommend not buying, again, those the company presets, the people that make presets. I would recommend buying an artist's, a photographer's presets. So the last thing that actually has come up, it comes up so much. It comes up a lot that people ask about presets for something. So presets very specifically for, I need a preset for a dark and moody look. I need a preset for a light and airy look. I need a preset for a neutral color look. Like something, like they need a preset to make their photos look a certain way. The thing with this is, and that's actually where I think those companies get you, because they're like, hey, dark and moody, we'll call this set dark and moody, and that's where you get them, is they're like, I need my photos to look like that, that's dark and moody. Well, the thing is, especially like we'll talk about the dark and moody and then the light and airy, that's actually more about how you shoot. I can promise you that the right preset can be used on a dark and moody edit and a light and airy edit. If it's not the right like lighting or the right mood, it's really not going to matter what preset you throw on there because it's not shot the correct way. So I recommend, instead of putting your money into presets to make a photo dark or make a photo light, learn how to shoot for how you want your photos to edit. That's kind of part of the process. It's part of the learning. It's part of finding your style. It just takes a little more work. Presets are not a fix for anything. They're not a fix for, we already went through that in the beginning, but I think that if you take to heart what I've said here and you stop buying the little 99-cent presets on Etsy, then you will be good. If you have any questions about a certain preset pack, I can promise you I've used it or I know somebody who has. So if you have any questions about any presets, leave them in the comments and I'll either kind of check it out and let you know if it's legit, or I'll let you know if I've used it. I probably have it. I'm telling you, when I say I have presets, like I have presets. Like that was the hardest thing. It was actually nice when I got my new computer. I could kind of just pick and choose what I wanted to move over, and there's so much trash. Like there's so many trash presets out there. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. That's all I have on that topic. If you have any questions about anything at all having to do with presets, leave it in the comments. If I don't know the answer, I will find the answer. I will ask somebody else for the answer. Again, I will link my favorite presets in the description box. That is it for today. I will see you next time. Bye.